I'm Chloe.
And I'm Cosette. And this is the 14 Steps Away podcast. Hi, girlies.
Hello.
And boys.
And boys.
And boys that may or may not be listening.
Our few boy listeners.
I feel like we have them.
We need to check our demographic and to see the
It's
gender.
not high, and yet every person that I hear about listening is all men.
Oh.
Like, every person that talks to me and tells me they listen have been men.
I was going to say, I do know, but I hear a lot of girls slash women telling me that they listen.
Girls, yeah.
But I don't know.
Lady
I
types.
think it's also like, okay, well, are the men that are listening, are they listening more frequently? Like, are they listening on a...
Yeah.
Like every episode, whereas
I
all the
wish
women that
everyone
tell
was
me,
listening every
all the
episode.
women that tell me they listen, they're like, they usually say, which I appreciate any listening, but they usually say, oh, I really need to get caught up. I was doing good at the beginning, but
Guys, please stay consistent.
please.
We actually forgot to tell you a 2025 resolution goal, and that is to be consistent in listening to our podcast.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So
Put that on your vision board. Put just a little cutout of our logo
yeah,
and maybe like some headphones.
picture of our faces on your vision board.
That's it.
Because you love us.
And we don't want you to forget. We want you to get the vision and that you need to be tuning in and being a consistent listener because we appreciate it.
On the topic of consistent listening,
On the topic of listening and not seeing anything.
and the topic of envisioning things that aren't there. We will be audio only for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
And maybe, if we feel so inclined, you'll get a special treat every now and then
Mm-hmm.
seeing our faces.
But for right now, we will just be audio. No more visual for a little bit.
So just start envisioning
Yeah. Picture
for
us on the
2025.
couch. Yeah, like you get it. Just put us on the TV on the couch, mute it, but then play this episode on your phone so it's as if we were there.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe next time you see us, we'll have a really, really awesome set
Oh, for sure.
in a house somewhere.
We should edit ourselves on a really awesome set. We should make AI do that for us somehow.
We'd like be dancing around because AI doesn't understand that people could just sit. I just feel like they just
Yeah.
have us like flailing about.
For sure.
Okay, so now that we've got the elephant in the room out of the way, let's jump into some updates.
All right. My first update is going to be, I know, I'm annoying. I'm sorry. 75 hard. Because I have to give my updates. And this will let me do weekly updates.
That's true.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So my weekly update is it's been a week. And it's hard. Which I'm not really doing 75 hard. I know we've discussed this, the levels of uncertainty. I'm going to call it 75 medium. Because
Valid.
it's, somewhere in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing better than my counterparts are doing. So that's something, but I don't want to compare. So I'm going to say that for me, I feel like I'm doing bad, but in comparison, I feel like I might be doing better than others, which is okay.
That's okay.
Because I still feel like I'm doing bad. But I'm drinking a lot of water, which is partially because I'm a little ill and under the weather. So I'm drinking my water.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating very well and very clean and good.
That's good.
I'm working out every day, which is hard.
Yeah.
And what else am I doing?
Reading?
That's where
Not
I
to
fall
the
off
reading.
a little bit.
That being the thing you're falling off about is so funny.
I think it's funny because it's like, okay, well, I can only do so much for myself at once. I am not a self-centered person. I have to devote time into caring for my animals and caring for and nurturing my blossoming relationship and future marriage. I have to work, I guess. Unfortunately. Which work is really slow right now.
Slay.
It's really slow. I went home early, very early, Friday and Saturday last week, and I didn't work Wednesday. So I only worked like
oh my gosh.
20 hours.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I could have hung out, but you were
I'm
working.
kind of sad
so.
I didn't know that.
Oh, Saturday?
Just in general.
Well, Unfortunately, I was like not
I would like to
working, but
know-
I was so sick. And I was working. Like, I wasn't working, but I got home Saturday and I freaked out because I was like, everything is a wreck. My apartment is disgusting. Everything's awful. So I was like packing up all the Christmas stuff and all the like the bathroom. When you used the bathroom the other day, the way it looked, I did not realize that that's what it looked like when you were in there. And I was like, oh my God, not that it matters. At least it was you, like not someone who's going to like judge me. But I had to like pack up all that. Like Adam just shoved all the like Christmas stuff like in the boxes. And I was like, we still have to break all this down and throw all this away.
Yeah.
So I had to do all that. I had to deep clean the kitchen. Had to do all blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Anyway, my update was at 75 hard. Was my 75 hard. But I think that the part of the reason I'm slacking on the reading is because the book I'm reading, everyone says it's so good. It's Atomic Habits. And everyone says that it's so, so good. I'm not vibing with the introduction of the story. Like, it doesn't align with me, which is the only part I've read so far. That was my first 10 pages. It's been obviously like 7 days or 6 days now. So I'm under by 50 pages. Whatever. Who cares? But anyway, 75 hard. I think I kind of wanted to read my The Body Keeps the Score, which, if you don't know, is like about how your body remembers trauma.
Ooh.
So
Interesting.
rough.
Yeah.
But I really do want to read that one. So I was like, maybe I'll just like buy the Kindle version or whatever, or I don't know, maybe I'll do that instead, because I think that I would actually get into that one. I think it would suck, but I think I would really get into it.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, what if it stresses me out more than I already am stressed out?
Yeah. Might be a bad time.
Yeah.
Or might be the perfect time. So hard to say.
I will say my hyperfixation from 75 hard and the food is cauliflower rice.
Ooh, I've got into cauliflower rice in the last, I don't know, whenever we were trying to eat healthy. And it's my favorite hack. Yeah.
Such a hack.
Such a hack.
And I think that if you're a person who can get over the fact that it's not rice, then it's fine. People are like, that sounds really horrible. Like, people are like, oh, it doesn't taste like rice. Duh, it's cauliflower.
I do a mix, and that's what has worked for me.
That makes sense. What I do is I don't, just because it's frozen, so I just I microwave it and then I like stir fry it basically. So it's not bad.
Yeah.
I've eaten it probably, oh my God, like every day.
Yeah, I did it in, I don't know, one of the bowls we had. I did half cauliflower rice and half regular rice. And I'm like, I can't even tell.
Yeah.
Like, if
Which
I'm
that
mixing
makes more
it,
sense. Maybe I should do that.
if I mix it with some, like, even if it's not even half, but like just a little to take away from it. And then, if you have sauces or protein or whatever, like, you can't notice it. If you're just eating a spoonful of cauliflower rice, I would
nothing,
know.
no seasoning or whatever.
But like, I don't know. I feel like it is a good little hack.
Adam, I think, is getting tired of it because he was like, what's for dinner? And I was like, cauliflower rice, and we're doing like turkey kielbasa or whatever. We're doing like a stir-fried situation. And he was like, and I was like, what? And he was like, just really on a cauliflower rice kick. And I was like,
well, we're trying to eat healthy.
Well, I'm trying to, like, it's a life hack.
Yeah.
And I love it. So cauliflower rice is my hyperfixation. I've already had it today once, and I will have it again tonight.
My first update is just chatting about a TV show. And it is in hopes to put you on it.
Oh, I do need a new TV show.
But it's nothing like anything I would normally recommend to you. It's just incredible.
Okay.
And it is Severance on Apple TV.
I love Apple TV.
So if anyone listening has not seen it, this is also for you too, because it is insane. We started it and finished it in 2 days.
Wow. How many seasons is it?
I mean, it's only one season, but the reason I'm telling you is the second season comes out in like 9 days.
I need the plot.
Okay. So, I mean, if none of you want, I'm going to try not to give spoilers, but like if you don't want to know the plot until you watch it, then don't listen.
Like
to
if you want to be surprised. Though.
Yeah. Basically it is, I mean, I guess dystopian. It's a different, I guess.
What is it comparable to?
Nothing.
Oh,
it's
awesome.
incredible. Basically, they're in this world. You can split your work life and home life.
Ooh.
And your home, you like basically are two different versions. And so you have your home life, and they will never know your work person, and your work person will never know your home person.
Oh my God. We need that in real life.
It's crazy. So basically you have like this like elevator, I guess. It's like a very big fancy building, and it's like a work office, like when you think of a big old work office. And when you go down the elevator, there's like something in your brain. They put like a chip in your brain, and you turn off and become the other version. And so like the first day that you wake up there, you have no idea like where you are or anything, and they like basically explain what happened, and it's called being severed. So that you could just be a normal person, have a normal job, or you can choose to be severed and you work for this company named Lumen, and you never know anything about your outside life. So people can have relationships in there and not know it.
What?
You could be a father on the outside and you don't know it.
Wait. So wait, the work person, you've split yourself.
Yeah.
Work person doesn't know anything about real life person?
No.
And it's yourself?
It's yourself.
Oh.
Yeah. So if they call it an outie and an innie. So your
Yeah.
innie. Yeah. Yeah.
Belly button?
Your innie is your work self, and you like wake up. You wake up still very aware of like the world, and so you still know everything exists, and you know like grammar and all of that, but you don't remember anything about your life, and you don't know like I guess how to do things. Like there would be like a learning curve if you tried to learn how to drive a car or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is crazy. My uncle recommended it to Justin. I guess they were talking about it probably one of the times when we were in a van, and so I was like in the back and did not hear the front conversation.
Yeah.
But it is just the most insane thing. Like obviously it's nothing similar to Tell Me Lies at all, but you know the like drop of like a
Yeah.
for Tell Me Lies, I felt that with Severance.
Okay.
But like it is insane.
That sounds like one that me and Adam could watch together, which is good because
it is a binge.
we struggle.
Like,
so
we watched, I mean, I think it was 9 episodes in season 1, but we watched it all in 2 days and like couldn't stop because it's just like, it's so interesting, and then it just gets so crazy. And yeah, just very, very good. But the second season comes out in like a week and a half or something.
Okay.
And so
So you're telling me I have to finish this quick.
you have to you have to watch it like today and tomorrow. It's incredible.
Okay.
It's so good. So yeah, I feel like that was honestly, that show was life-changing. I rated it a 10 on IMDb,
Okay.
which is like crazy.
Yeah.
Next week, oh my gosh, it's Tuesday and it comes out next week. That's
On
beautiful.
the topic of something similar but not the same at all, because I've never watched that, so I don't know what's actually similar, but this made me think of it.
Okay.
We never really debriefed The Substance
Oh yeah. Yeah, we can.
after you watched it, and I watched it a very long time after. That was the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life. I hated that movie from the moment it turned on.
Oh my god, really?
I hated every single second that I was watching that movie. I wanted to turn it off, but I couldn't because I made Adam rent it. So I had to watch it because we spent $5.99 on it. I was like, I hate this. I did not realize.
Oh, because I mean, I do remember the weird chewing guy.
I'm trying to remember him.
They kept zooming in on the mouth.
Yes. I was like, Adam, this is gross.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? The way they treat women? No, the way this man's chewing.
The way they treat women.
Sexism in the workplace? No.
I thought that movie was absolutely insane, and I was definitely very intrigued by it because, I mean, statistically, I'm very intrigued by anything that's like a different life.
Yeah.
Like any type of dystopian situation.
It's an interesting concept for sure.
So I'm anything that it's like, if the world was like this, I'm curious. But like, yeah, the chewing, disgusting and repulsive. A lot of the things I'm like, I could just do without seeing this. And then the end obviously made me want to shoot my brains out.
I was gonna say, I definitely feel there was a lot that I could do without seeing this.
Yeah.
The only part of that movie that I liked was Margaret Qualley. Is that her last name? And yep, that's all. That's all I liked about that movie.
I thought it was super interesting, and so I'm looking back. I'm very glad that I watched it. I would have preferred to have watched it at home to the point where I could have turned down the last about 20-30 minutes because it was incredibly loud at the theater, and it was just so it was just crazy that it was like overstimulating, and with the noise, it's just like, what is happening? But it was also very anxiety inducing for me because everyone knew the rules, and so when the rules weren't being followed and things were going wrong, it just made me so mad.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And like, you're taking advantage of it. And everything being disgusting, oh my gosh.
And it was just stupid because on the young version, the better version or whatever, her, like on her behalf, like she's like, I can't do this anymore. So she would keep stealing time. But like, you do realize that and like whenever she took all the like, whatever.
Yeah.
You do realize, if you don't want spoilers, you're going to skip ahead.
Yeah.
But if, like, you know that you're going to need that. You need that to survive.
There is this
you will run
fair,
out.
Yes, it's a very fair, I feel like, little transition. Yeah. So it's like, if you want to continue your life, then you have to go to sleep for a week. That's fine. You knew that this was I mean,
there are going to be things you have to give up.
I guess the person that is sued didn't choose that, but like, the general idea is that she knew what the deal was after she was awoken or created or
like
whatever.
The same person.
Yes. And so I'm like, why are you not willing to like deal with your 1 week when you know that like this other person is you and that it will be more beneficial in the long run? Like, or else you will run out. Yeah, it was anxiety inducing in that way because I'm just like, I mean, it's just like any scary movie where you know like the main character shouldn't do something.
Yeah.
Just like, don't do that. But yeah, I thought it was crazy.
I didn't realize how queasy I was about like needles and stuff. I mean, I knew that I was, but I didn't really realize, I guess.
Yeah, like the extent.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh. It was just so gross. I did not like it. And the end obviously is the worst thing I've ever seen. And like if she would have just like continued with like killing herself, then it would have been fine.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I hated the end.
And like the boyfriend part where her like boyfriend like goes to help her or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't like that either.
Yeah. It was all like
in
the little hidden oh my gosh. It was all just so bad. When she knew like her time would be running out and she would still be out doing stuff.
Not on the same topic because while we're talking about TV shows, my current show that I've been watching is Real Housewives of Salt Lake.
Okay.
And I think it's because I was shown a sign that I needed to watch it. I don't remember what I was doing. I started watching Real Housewives of Salt Lake a long time ago.
Okay.
Like back when I lived at my mom's. But I was like, I don't remember any of this, so I'm just going to like start from the beginning. I think there's only like 5 seasons, so I was like, I'll just start from the beginning because that's not that much. But I was at work the other day, and one of my coworkers was like, do you watch Real Housewives? And I was like, a little. Like, I think I watched like Orange County and like another one, but like it's really hard to get into a different one whenever you're attached to the characters of the people from the other one. And he was showing me a clip from it, whatever. And so I was like, okay, well, I guess maybe I should consider watching Real Housewives again, getting into it, whatever. And then someone else was talking about Real Housewives. Oh, Jake Shane, his podcast.
Okay.
Do you know that man?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the one with Olivia Jade.
Okay, yeah.
Which was the guests that he has on his podcast.
I never watch, but I always see like clips.
Okay, I don't want to like podcast. I don't want to talk bad about anyone, but I don't enjoy his podcast.
Okay.
I enjoy his guest, which is why I always click on it.
Yeah.
And then, but the several that I've listened to, there's like no, I don't know. I just don't like the way that, it's not my vibe for podcasts, but I do like his guests. Like,
because he always has crazy
people. He has crazy people.
Yeah.
So I watched like the Sophia Richie one, and I watched Olivia Jade, and I watched the Glenn Powell one, and I watched someone else. I don't know. Anyway.
I think
he was talking to her about how she should watch it, and he was like, season 4, the last episode of season 4, the finale of season 4 is the most jaw-dropping, craziest betrayal in TV history. And I said, sign me up.
That's all I needed to hear.
That's all I need to hear to go 4 seasons deep into whatever. I'm only 1 episode in. But I started watching that again, and I guess I'll have to put it on pause because it's not like it's new or anything. So I guess I'll have to put it on pause and watch your little show.
You have to.
Like with Adam. Like tonight.
Oh,
while I'm
and
eating dinner.
Adam Scott is in it from Parks and Rec. Do you ever watch that?
I did watch Parks and Rec. I love Parks and Rec. I don't remember that name.
Ben Wyatt. Yes.
I love
he's great. He's the main character. Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Speaking of Parks and Rec,
Okay.
are we going to talk about the sad news?
Yeah.
The death of Aubrey Plaza's husband.
Yeah. Is there anything more out about it? I saw the
just,
first headline.
Yeah,
and that was it.
just
Yeah. the passing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just sad.
That is
and
sad.
I love her, and everyone was obsessed with their relationship and obsessed with her and their obsession with each other, and that they were just really good with each other apparently. So it just really
I
sucks.
do love her. Yeah.
It sucks when
sad.
It sucks when a couple who obviously it sucks when anyone dies, but it sucks when it's a couple and you which you never know what's happening realistically in their relationship or in their marriage, but when people say that they see these two people are perfect for each other or whatever, it's that just really hurts more.
Yeah.
So
oof, that sucks.
Yeah.
I actually have 2 more TV shows I could probably hit on real quick. So
okay.
Coming off the high of Severance, we needed another show. And at this point, after that one was so good, and I mean, that was good. The budget was good. It was filmed well. The script was good. Everything about Severance was good. Tell Me Lies was interesting and gossipy, and I was intrigued. But based on those 2 small season whatever shows where it's not I don't know. Every time that I've been into a show before, it's always the basics, the ones that have 7 seasons or whatever, any Vampire Diaries, Gilmore Girls, Gossip Girl, anything that's a long running show. But what I realized from those 2 is that I should be into I need to be checking out these smaller ones, these ones that only have onesie twosie seasons, because they're really good. Because I watched From Scratch on Netflix last year, and that made me sob.
That one was
good. Was so good. And so after Severance, I was I need to follow this high and find another little TV show that's incredible. And so I started one personally because Justin wasn't home on Sunday, and then we started a different one. I started Big Little Lies. I'm thinking it will be crazy, so maybe stay tuned till next week and I'll have some updates.
I will.
But I'm on season 2 of that. That one took off very quickly, very much intrigued, more very popular actresses, so it's an easy one to get into because you're I know and care all these people are good. I don't know. A show or a movie that has people that you like in it or that you recognize is always just gonna land a little better than I feel like C-list actors. Yeah. So I started that, and then me and Justin started Silo, also on Apple TV. Another I guess dystopian where they live in a silo, but no one knows why or how it came to be or anything like that. And it's been very interesting. I would say no big headlining people in that one, but it is very interesting because I don't know. I think it's worth a watch, but those are my 2 shows that I'm, investigating right now.
Wow.
After my high of Severance.
Wow. Well,
yeah.
That's good. I can't wait to hear all about them.
I know.
And let me know if I recommend them or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
See, I don't have any more TV, but I do have.
Or 10 things from TV was not enough. We need another.
I have a couple of things that are random thoughts. And that is one, how I showed you my envelopes for my wedding invitations?
Yeah.
They are, I was maybe this is just an issue, a situation where it's it just looks different when it comes in. So I was let me go back and look at the colors that they offer in these envelopes. I will show you this picture while I'm doing this because it will be helpful. So this is what I ordered. Cloud blue.
Okay.
This is what I got.
Yeah.
This is another color they offer, light teal. Do we think my envelope looks light teal or cloud blue?
I feel I don't know. Maybe I need to see it in better lighting.
Yeah, Adam was not being helpful. I was
It
at
doesn't
work.
feel
The photo that he sent me
strong
was-
enough to be deep teal.
I know. I don't know. I feel like it's a middle ground.
It
Because
does.
it's certainly not cloud blue.
Yeah, it seems
But-
like a middle ground.
It's a little lighter than light teal. Either way, everyone at my work was like harassing me because we were doing nothing. Like I said, we were so slow. And they were like, you need to get your money back. And I was like, it's not even my money. But anyway, I was like, okay, well, let me see what I can do about this because it's not ideal. I mean, I'll work with them because none of the other things that I ordered is going to like clash with it. So like, it's fine. But so I reach out to them and they say, send me a photo for evidence. I send them a photo. They say, awesome, we're going to send you replacements.
Amazing.
So we'll see when the replacement, they asked me if I wanted a proof, like if for them to send me a proof before they send it. And I said, yes. And then, but that was like an AI, like customer service person. When I talked to the real customer service person, they didn't mention that. All I did was make sure that they were going to send them with the recipient addresses. And they said yes. And I said, awesome. And so they're going to resend them and we'll see how they go. And if they are the same color, I'll just use those for thank you cards.
What? Perfect. So smart. So resourceful.
Yeah.
Where did you order them from?
Minted.
Oh, okay. I ordered my save the dates from Vistaprint. And they were also very, very accommodating. Like, when they came in, I wanted it to, like, flip like this.
Yeah.
It flipped like this.
Oh.
So, like, the back was, like, upside down.
Yeah.
They just reprinted them, literally. And, like, that's not technically even a big thing, but they just
I should check that.
Yeah.
Because I just got all my stuff in. And I just checked to make sure. Honestly, I was so stressed because of my save the date situation and like the envelopes being wrong and everything being wrong.
Yeah.
So I was like, all I cared about was that everything fit in the envelope. And it did. So I was like, that's all I was really paying attention to. And I was making sure there was no typos and everything. But obviously you do that before you send in whatever. So I guess I should check that. But I think it is right, if I remember correctly.
It was just such a small thing that I was impressed that they just like fixed it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't do anything.
I'm surprised that they were willing to send me new ones. I feel like they were going to be like, oh, well, colors can look different on the website.
Yeah, I
than
would
they
have
do in
expected that
person.
too. Yeah.
But I ordered new envelopes, so that was one of my other updates and things to say.
My only last one I already prefaced before, but for the podcast listeners, I hate working. I want no work, no job, no 8 to 5, nothing. And I cried at work for the last 2 days, and I really don't want to cry at work tomorrow. But we're getting a new coffee machine tomorrow.
Ooh.
We're getting like a fancy like cappuccino machine. Like,
wow.
it's like $13,000.
Oh my gosh.
And we're getting 2 of them. But the first one gets installed tomorrow.
Okay, that's where they spend their money though.
Oh, but don't worry, we have one for the booth too. But it's getting installed tomorrow, so I'm gonna pack my syrups.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna pack my half and half, and I'm gonna make me a coffee when I get in. And that might be the only thing keeping me going right now. But yeah, just feel free to support our podcast and free us of the purgatory that is having jobs.
Free us of these corporate shackles.
The
that we
corporate
endure.
shackles, honestly, they got
Mine
me
aren't
tied
even
down.
corporate shackles. Mine are small business shackles.
Mine are so corporate. Please free me.
I did apply for a job. I won't say on the podcast, but I did apply for a job. It's in Nashville, so it wouldn't be really helpful for maybe
Forever. Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
But I did apply for a job, and I also don't think I'm gonna get it. So I'm like, not really like. I applied for a job, like silly goofy me, because no one else ever gives me the chance. So it's not like this one will either. But I was really excited about this one, so I was like, apply.
Yeah.
Because JC and Chelsea were talking on their podcast, and they were like, you have to have the why not me mindset, because yes, this job is going to go to someone. Why not me? Why not? Whatever.
Yeah.
So
That's a
apply.
good mindset.
But my next thing, I already told you this, but I'm going to tell the podcast this, and that is I want 2025 to be the year that I enjoy matcha.
Mm-hmm.
So there's difference apparently between culinary grade matcha and ceremonial grade matcha. So I got this little ceremonial grade matcha, like self-serve sticks things, whatever. And I made a matcha latte, and it was delish. So if anyone has matcha recommendations, matcha recipes, drop them in the comments somewhere on our YouTube. Well, never mind. Our Spotify, I don't know. Instagram?
DM us.
Somewhere. Just tell me. Like, if you listen, you probably know me. So just
tell
message
me.
me if you have any ideas. So yeah, there's that. Did you have any other updates?
No.
Let me see what I have. Have you seen, this is not important. It is not an update. It's just something I wanted to mention.
Okay.
Have you seen, and it's
Everything's
in my head.
important.
So true. Have you seen that TikTok of the, you have to have. I hope you have. This is going to be so embarrassing. The, like, vocal coach.
Yeah.
And she's like, raise your ya, ya, ya. I've been thinking about that.
I think about it all the time. I walked around
I'm holding
singing
space
it the other
for
day.
that.
Yes.
Holding space for
Raise
raise your ya, ya.
right finger.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. She's like,
Yeah.
no, raise your ya, ya, ya.
Yeah, I was walking
Yeah.
around the other day just saying, raise your ya, ya, ya.
Yeah, Adam said it on it. He was on the games with like his friends, and I heard him say, raise your ya, ya, ya. And I was like, hello?
I love that though.
Yeah, love that.
If I was playing a game and I had a headset on, that'd be the first thing I'd want to say.
So I was going to say, I really miss TikTok, or I'm going to miss TikTok if it leaves us.
Yeah.
And I've been really stressed about it because, like I said, all the wedding folder stuff, all the stuff in my like folders. I don't know what to do about that.
Where
and I
will
guess
my
I should
recipes go?
I guess I should start being proactive now and like downloading them, but I don't have the storage for all
No.
that.
No. Yeah.
Ooh, pop culture things. And
Okay.
let's talk about the biggest one of all right now. Tom Holland and Zendaya.
Engaged.
Woo!
Woohoo!
The wedding bells
That
are ringing.
rock. Yeah.
And also it's $1 million, that ring. Weren't they saying that? Not actually $1 million. I mean, I'm sure they could afford it, but I think it was like someone said it was like $200,000 or something.
Oh, I didn't even see anything about that. It was just like, oh my God, they're engaged. Crazy.
It was like that designer is like insanely priced. So it was like the stone itself was crazy,
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
the ring and the designer and whatever. And then I was thinking, okay, well, we talked about Lexi Hidalgo's engagement. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her last name. And then we talked about now Tom Holland and Zendaya,
Mm-hmm.
which they were obviously in game. Like
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
just their vibes just work.
Mm-hmm.
But while we're on that, we never talked about Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco.
Yeah.
And they're engaged. I have nothing to say about that because unpopular opinion. I don't rock with Selena Gomez.
I don't rock with her either.
I'm a Hailey Bieber one. I'm sorry. If we're picking sides, I'm picking mom's side and I'm Hailey Bieber.
I feel like she peaked at Wizards of Waverly Place.
Agree. And I don't want to say anything
So, I
that's
mean-
going to come off really insensitive. So I
Yeah.
won't.
Like, I just
But-
don't be keeping up with her. I just don't be rocking with her. That's
She's
it.
in that one weird show that my mom loves. I don't
Only
know.
Murders in the Building.
Yeah, my mom loves that show. I don't like that the like vibes switch every season. It's too much for me to keep up with.
I just don't. Yeah, I haven't felt the need to rock with her at anything else she's ever done.
No.
Yeah.
And everyone rocks with Rare Beauty. I don't own anything Rare Beauty, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
And there was something else. Yeah, I guess that's all. I don't really rock with. It's like I'm pretty neutral towards her.
Well, did you watch the Golden Globes? What's her name?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
The comedian
Mhm.
open thing where she said, Nikki Glazer, that Benny Blanco, you're here because of the genie that granted you the wish. I thought that was so funny.
I thought she did a fantastic
She
job.
did so good.
Everything she said was spot
It
on.
was
and it was like
so good.
and none of it was like below the belt or like uncalled for. Like
I
it was
didn't- yeah.
all like it was really good.
Yeah, I thought she did really good. We watched it. I put it on the screen this morning because I kept seeing snippets, and every snippet was really good. And
Yeah, I
so
guess I haven't seen the whole thing. I've only seen snippets too, but everything I've seen has been
It
good,
was
so I should
good.
watch it.
it was really good. Like you could tell. Yeah, there was a joke, like pointing out who was there in the audience, and said something like, "Oh, we should ask Joker too." Oh, they're not here. It was something. It was funny, but yeah, the whole skit was really good, and you could tell that people weren't rocking with it. Most of the jokes landed super well, and most people rocked with most of it. But there were like a few that's like people just you could tell when she was talking to them that they weren't entertaining it, but there were also like the good people that were like having fun with it. So it was really good. I thought it was great. I really liked it.
On the topic of the Golden Globes, we should consider and couples Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner.
I just found out about them today.
What?
I didn't know they were
They've been together for like years.
I didn't know that.
That's crazy.
Because like that does not click in my brain.
Oh, I think at the beginning, well, that's the only reason I knew about it was the discourse at the beginning was they don't go together.
Yeah.
But then it was like, I mean, Kylie and Kendall have been pretty private like relatively in comparison to the other sisters. And especially with their relationships, very private.
Yeah.
So I was like not shocked. And it was like she, at the time that they first started dating, or the time that everyone found out that they started dating, they were like they were on a vacation together. And she was like, it was like very romantic and whimsical and very his vibe, not what you would expect to be her vibe. But like, I think that he brings out such a good side of her. Like, I think he brings out a very feminine, very soft side of her. Whereas like, it's very different from her like previous men and like the King Kylie era and like Tumblr era. Like, all her different versions of herself are so different from what we've seen these days. She's very mature, elegant, soft-spoken, classy. She's just, and like, as far as what we've seen, a good parent.
Yeah.
So I just love her, and I love them, and I love him. So, and they're obsessed with each other, which I just love.
I need to like research them, because I literally found out about it whenever we were watching the thing, and Justin was like, oh yeah, like said something about them dating, and I was like, what? So maybe I need to like I'm gonna hold space.
Yeah, you definitely need to absorb that information. I definitely think it hit me like a truck when I first found out, because I was like, what?
But, like, I need to see them, like, how they interact together, and like just the general vibes, I feel like, because picturing them as just like so obsessed with each other, I'm like, that's not clicking.
They are not a digestible couple.
No.
By any means.
Yeah.
So I'd say it takes a little bit to digest, but the more information that surfaces about them, the more I grow to love them.
Okay.
And so that's why I'm obsessed with them, because they're obsessed with each other, and I see that and I respect that.
That's fair.
So, might be weird, but that's my also unpopular opinion, I guess. But I think more people are coming to accept them. So
yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, that reminds me. We'll never get into the topic.
We'll never have a topic.
I saw. I don't know how long this has been out. I don't know where it wasn't like, I don't think it was on Emma Chamberlain's channel, but I saw.
Oh my God, I need to listen to it like now. Is that what you're gonna
Not
say?
that one, but we can get to that.
Yeah.
The interview, it was an interview of Emma Chamberlain interviewing Kendall Jenner. And they were talking about, I don't know what this was. I was watching it on YouTube on the TV, but I don't know whose channel, where it was coming from. It was just an interview. It was just me interviewing Kendall Jenner. And they were talking, and they were like, yeah, since we're friends, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we're good friends, blah, blah, blah. They kept saying they're friends. I did not realize they were close, good friends. Like, they're friends.
Emma Chamberlain went on vacation, or like did like a holiday with Sabrina Carpenter.
What?
Yeah. Like,
her rise to the top is incredible. Yeah. She is such a celebrity without having to be a celebrity. Yeah. Like, it's awesome. That's my goal.
I think like around the holiday, I just assume it was the holidays. It was snowy where they were. There was like a log cabin, and they were in like the mountains, I assume. And it was Sabrina Carpenter and Farkle. I don't know his real name. Sorry. Farkle from Ant Farm. And then like Sabrina Carpenter's like best friend from home, and like a bunch of other people. And it was like a little vlog that she made, Sabrina. And so I was just watching it, like hanging out with friends, like here's to the
Farkle
new year.
From Ant Farm?
Yeah.
Or are you sure he's not from Girl Meets World?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was gonna get caught on that.
I was like, wait.
There's another guy in Ant Farm who's similar. Is he the same guy?
No.
What's that weird kid's name?
No, it is Girl Meets World. It's Girl Meets World, but I was definitely thinking of the
because I was thinking about the autistic episode. Where Sabrina Carpenter, I don't know her character's name, Maya, was like, you're not.
Oh, yes.
Tell them you're not.
Yeah. No, definitely not Ant Farm. My bad. Girl Meets World.
Sorry.
But it was like this little vlog, and I was watching it, and then the next video was just Emma Chamberlain. Crazy.
That's so crazy.
I know.
The spaces and like the fields that she is in.
I know.
Like, she amazes me.
Yeah.
She is a woman. A Wonder Woman.
She is.
By the way, when I said autistic episode, it was literally an episode about autism.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything in a negative manner.
No,
it was it was quite
if you've seen the snippet, you know. Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But they're friends. And she was talking about it, and the way that they were talking, I was like, they're friends. Like, she was like, yeah, I think about your childhood all the time. And Kendall was like, oh my God, really? And she was like, yeah, because like I just think about how like young I was like put with so much like pressure on me and eyes on me, and like you were like so much younger and had so much more eyes on you and pressure on you and whatever. So she was like, I can't imagine the like grace that you've like dealt with this and whatever. And I was like, I have never heard or seen one, Kendall Jenner talk in this way or anyone interview her in this way.
Yeah.
We should have people's friends interview them more because they know you to such a different level
Yeah.
that they're understanding and seeing like different things about like the way you grew up and whatever. Like their questions are going to be better and your answers are going to be more real because you like feel more capable of being transparent and honest and whatever.
Yeah.
And not going to
And
be
you feel,
edited
like,
in some
comfortable
weird
around
way.
them.
Yeah, you feel comfortable. Anyway, it was a good interview. I liked it. But that brings us to the Emma and the Ethan of it all.
Yeah.
That hurt my feelings.
I haven't seen anything about it. Well, I've seen everything about it except anything about it.
Yeah, me too.
So it's in my notes, like, I need to listen to it, but I just have not listened to it. Almost every time I've been in the car in the last, like, 5 days, I have been on a phone call. So have not been just sitting down and listening, but I will listen to it. I'm so curious to know because I felt like people are definitely acting like a lot was kind of given away.
Yeah, I have seen a lot of the clips about people talking about it, and then like now that I've interacting with it, I'm seeing all the like people being like, I didn't notice this before.
Yes,
and
I was gonna say
like,
I saw like a snippet from that one video.
Yeah,
the one super popular one where it's like, oh, I wish I would have picked up on it then. And I was like, what are you guys talking about?
and people keep saying they want to see James Charles' perspective, and I kind of do too. Like,
yeah,
James, hello,
speak up.
But I started listening to it whenever I was like getting ready the other day or like just getting out of the shower.
Is it on her, like it's her podcast?
It's like a while down though. Like it's like I think it's called
But it's on Anything Goes.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's called something else. I had to kind of search. No one was talking. I was like, what is the name of the episode?
I was gonna say, how's it just now like getting?
It's called What My Meltdowns Have Shown Me.
Oh. Okay. Interesting.
And I am approximately 10 minutes and 49 seconds in.
Okay.
But
I do love her. Published? Oh, I guess time zones? Is that that's the time? That's the thing. Okay. I was like, published at 2 a.m.
But yeah, no. So she apparently talks about it.
Beans.
Which I have seen. I haven't gotten very far, so there's nothing to spoil. But basically, the beginning is her talking about like how old they were and how they started, and basically just like the back and forth of like the dating, not dating, that kind of thing. I haven't gotten to any juicy details yet, but she was talking about how like that first breakup was her first breakup and like her first love and whatever, and so she was very, 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 very heartbroken.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she kind of alluded that people were like acting like she shouldn't have been that heartbroken about it, but I think that's really interesting because I think everybody's like first breakup is
your
like
first
rough.
breakup's gonna be hard,
especially because you're so young and like your ideas of like what love is and like what a relationship is supposed to look like and be like are so different.
Yeah, I feel like being young is like being young and it being your first one is already enough on its own, but the fact that you're young and independent,
oh yeah,
because like heartbreak when you're just young but like living at home and you don't have the freedom to go anywhere or do anything, like that heartbreak feels a lot different than when you can be independent with another partner at 17.
Yeah,
like that's crazy. And it was already like she was already being, I feel like, pretty vulnerable. Like she had just moved and like there was already a lot of layers, I feel like. And like anything in the light, like even if they weren't like being public about their relationship, like I still feel like that's a whole added layer, like being in like people's view,
being in the public eye,
yeah,
and people making edits and making jokes and making comments and asking
knowing,
questions,
like knowing that you guys spent time together and not seeing you guys together anymore and pointing that out.
And he's married now, which is crazy.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
I don't actually know anything
about him.
Just in general, I just feel like there's a lot of things where I'm like, I don't know.
Let me share some fun facts. I was obsessed with the Dolan twins. They were like, they were like the same era as MagCon era, the MagCon boys.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite MagCon boy?
I do very vaguely remember.
Would you like me
that?
to list them?
Yes, please.
Aaron Carpenter, Taylor Kniff. These are the bad ones.
That. Yeah.
Why can I not? Hayes Greer, Nash Greer, Cameron Dallas, Matthew Espinosa, and I feel like I'm missing
Wasn't
one.
Shawn Mendes?
Shawn
part of it?
Mendes. Yes,
Okay.
he was.
Yeah.
And I always say, I have said this since like the 7th grade. I'm like, I am so proud of Shawn Mendes.
Honestly.
And he's only grown since then.
Yeah.
I was like, he is the only one of those boys that is going to make anything of themselves.
Yeah.
And to this day, that is true.
Yeah.
I'd say second would be Nash, but only because he's married to whatever her name is. I think it's like Giovanni or Giovina. I don't know. Her name, I'm gonna call her G.
Okay.
Anyway, I think he's only like doing well because of her
Yeah.
and their family dynamic and like raising their children together and how beautiful and whatever. I think they're vegan now. I don't know. Whatever. But I think Shawn Mendes is the only one who's like made
Yeah.
a career out of
I
like,
didn't
like a real career.
I don't feel like I did honestly really know about them until late. Like the MagCon? MagCon.
Meet and greet convention.
Oh yeah, yes, okay. Cuz I knew about it,
Oh wow.
but I wasn't like a fan.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to have a third party in this seat who can weigh
Well,
in on
anyone
this
else probably
conversation.
had more social media.
I feel crazy. That's true. But I feel crazy because I feel like everyone our age, I feel like that was the time. Like
Yeah.
Layla, okay, my favorite of the MagCon boys was Matthew Espinosa. My Apple ID to this day is Chloe Espinosa. I don't know. It's like whenever I go to download an app, it's like it says Chloe Espinosa on it. Maybe I don't think I changed it because like who cares? But I loved him.
I knew about it, and like I think that my like friend that was older than me, she was a grade above me. I think that she like kept up with it, but like I honestly didn't really know anything about it because like what grade would this have been?
I guess like 6th grade.
So yeah, I was
Yeah. So
sheltered.
like 11, 12.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely I wouldn't. Have known
Okay, you
anything
definitely.
about anything.
Did you ever read on Wattpad? Or
No.
Wattpad?
No.
Okay, so then yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's like you know who we need right here? Can I name drop? It's not a person that would be offended.
Yeah.
You know who we need right here is Jessica Laubacher.
Oh
we
my
need her
god.
in our seat.
Honestly,
Because
she should be here right now.
right now.
Right
Because she would be able because I guarantee allegedly. I guarantee allegedly that she probably read like One Direction fan fiction or whatever.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And I was reading, I feel like the MagCon fan fiction, which was kind of crazy at that age, but whatever.
No comment.
No comment. Anyway, let's move forward. After MagCon kind of like died off, the Dolan twins kind of was reborn. Or around that time. It was like same time, but then whatever. Anyway, everyone was really, really obsessed with them. And I think that was like, they were still famous even like well into like whenever like TikTok started and like the Hype House began. Because I think there was rumors that the Hype House tried to get the Dolan twins.
Mm-hmm.
But their dad passed away. Very tragic.
Yeah.
They retreated from the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Totally understandable. I get it. It's a lot. They were really young. Whatever.
Yeah.
But Ethan was my favorite. And now I'm distraught because I haven't seen it, so
But
I don't know. But
bad.
apparently he's bad.
And like girl power. And we love Emma.
Exactly. Love Emma.
Love
girl
Emma.
power. And he let me down.
Yeah.
My childhood hero has crushed my heart once again at the age of 23.
While engaged, he has crossed my heart.
I'm engaged. He's married.
And my heart is broken.
And my heart is broken still. And still, we persevere. Holding space for this loss.
Holding space for Ethan Dolan.
Holding space for Ethan Dolan tonight, everyone.
In the year 2024.
Pour one out for Ethan Dolan tonight.
It's 2025.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I said it was 2024 earlier
did.
too. Well,
oh, I don't know if it was earlier, but
I don't know.
Well,
That was that on that. Shall we get into the topic of today?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah. I think we just had a little catch up. Okay.
Let me think.
Let me think.
I'm about to pee my pants. Oh, I'll
Okay,
talk about
cool.
that.
Okay.
75 hard. The hardest part of 75 hard is how many times I use the bathroom.
See, I'm not even doing it, but with my illness, I feel like I've been drinking a lot of water. Today, I went to work. I got to work at 10:15. I think I peed 3 times before noon. And I kept on going back to my desk, and I was like, I literally have to pee again. I felt like I had to pee so much today. And I felt like that recently, but in general, It was just because I put grape in my
Um,
water. Peeing all the time is so annoying.
anyone who knows me knows. Well, they might not know this. Maybe nobody. Maybe no one. Maybe no one like really.
Maybe no one knows
receives
you.
this information. But this is something that I've always hated since I was a child, and that is using the bathroom specifically to go pee. Going pee is the worst thing ever. I hate going pee. I should have put that on my pet peeves.
I didn't know that. So,
I hate going pee.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Now that everybody needs to know this because
anyone that knows me knows it.
well, everyone should know this. Now everyone will know this if they watch my digital footprint. I hate going pee. It is the most useless waste of time, and I think it goes back to which pee doesn't take long, but it's the whole process. It's the going and sitting down and peeing and wiping and washing your hands and interrupting your day. Interrupting your day to go pee. Like, why should I have to, like, oh my God, to wake up and have to pee? That's why you woke up? Spare me. Gun to my head.
Oh my gosh.
I have a really intense hatred for going to pee. And that's why I was going to say the hardest part of 75 hard is how much I'm having to go pee because I hate it so much. And I woke up in the middle. I've woken up in the middle of the night more than once this week to go pee. And I'm mad about it because I'm not a person who can go back to sleep easily and I'm coughing really bad. So, like, I haven't slept very well
Waking
anyway.
up is awful, yeah, when you're sick.
So it's been awful. And I have to pee all the time. I was on a walk earlier and I was like, dang it, I have to freaking pee. There's nowhere to go. I'm on a walk. We walked to the gas station because Adam wanted to get stuff. And we go to the gas station and it was the closest one. So it's like that BP over there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I said, I'll go to the bathroom here. Why is there a gender neutral bathroom in BP? I'm okay with a gender neutral bathroom at Starbucks where I know they're cleaning it. I don't want a gender neutral bathroom at the gas station. And I am like, whatever. I'm an ally, I guess. Not I guess. I am an ally, but I don't want a gender neutral bathroom in the gas station. Anyway, I go because I'm like, I'm about to pee my pants. I walk in, I go to the bathroom. Ew!
Ew!
There's whatever is in the toilet. So I leave. I can't even tell. So I leave. I retreat to the cashier where Adam is. And the cashier, this doesn't matter, it has nothing to do with peeing. But I'm like, it was cold as crap.
Yeah.
I was wearing my balaclava and I was wearing a little Lululemon jacket and I was wearing my coat hood over all of that to keep my special little face warm.
Yeah.
And the cashier looks at me and no one can see this, but she goes, why did you give me that stank face? It's 20 degrees outside. I'm walking and your bathroom's gross.
Yeah. Have some nerve.
So anyway, I don't like peeing.
She doesn't like peeing, you guys. That's it.
What was your thing?
I haven't found one yet.
Oh, I thought I was taking up all this time. Because I could go on. I could say more about that.
Let me think. I feel like I should have one, but
Do you have any knitting updates?
I literally wish I did.
Oh.
I want to go. I bought yarn at Joann's and I want to go return it.
What yarn did you buy?
Bad yarn. I just
Ugly
got
yarn?
overwhelmed with the yarn because they didn't have what I needed and I felt like I needed to buy something, so I bought stuff and now I don't want any of it.
My sweater is going really well.
Good.
But I
wish my sweater was going.
This
well.
isn't something that anyone else would really notice unless you're really paying attention. But I bought all the yarn at the same time, and the yarn that I used in the middle of the freaking sweater was not part of the same dye lot.
That's what I'm really worried about for when I actually can finally find my purple again.
How are you to know?
Yeah.
It's not noticeable, but it's noticeable to me.
Yeah.
It's like, it's really like, it could be worse. I've had it to where like I've had stuff that I've made and it'd be different yarn and it'd be like way noticeable.
Yeah.
It's not that noticeable, but
I'm so scared of that happening.
yeah, it's very scary because like
Yeah.
to work on a whole project. Also, I had a friend reach out to me and she was like, you've inspired me to start knitting. And so I want to start knitting. What do you recommend starting with? And I was like, I'm a horrible person to ask because I don't learn. I just jump right into things, see how it goes.
Yeah.
So if you want to be like me, you could do that.
Just make a
Here's what
sweater.
I did.
Yeah.
But here's what everybody else recommends. I said, everyone recommends doing the step-by-step sweater first. So if you're smart, probably go that route. I bought a pattern from
I-
Petite Knit and called it a day.
So I have my step-by-step, obviously. Okay, I feel like I got away. I have my step-by-step going, obviously, still, and then I have my other one. And while I think that understanding the other one was harder, I think doing it was easier.
What are you doing right now?
I just found a sweater pattern on Ravelry
Mm.
and downloaded it, and that's what the purple one is. And so I just think that it's like technique-wise, I got very overwhelmed because I didn't understand the written thing of the pattern, and so I guess ultimately the step-by-step was a helpful stepping stone because I felt more capable of understanding and reading a pattern when it got to the other one, but doing the other one has been easier for me. Like,
has it been easier because you got accustomed to all the like learning and the verbiage and whatever, or has it just been easier because the pattern's easier?
I think it's the patterns. I think that what you're executing is easier if you understand how to read it. I don't think that the techniques are harder. I think that just not knowing how to read a pattern, because what I'm doing on the second one is reading it alone. The step-by-step obviously has a written and a video.
Mm-hmm.
And so that makes it easier. But I think that like when it comes to like actually making and creating a sweater, that the other one's easier. But I actually have a story.
Okay.
A knitting story.
Okay.
So we'll bleep this out, but I was at Joann's getting that yarn that I'm going to return. And as soon as I get in the aisle, I realize I need to see someone from high school. And I don't know if you'd know her. Her name's...
Oh, I know her face,
Yeah.
but I don't, yeah.
So I knew her freshman year. And I see her in the aisle. I know it's her, but it's like, one, it's been a long time since freshman year. Two, we weren't like personally ever really friends.
Yeah.
Like, not that there was ever an issue, but like we weren't like...
You weren't like close. Like
yeah.
that.
So it just seemed like more trouble than it's worth to say anything.
Yeah.
And so I don't say anything. And I just shop for my yarn. I'm doing my thing. And then I get in the line and she gets in line behind me. And I guess out of just like normal paying attention to my surroundings, I don't know, I hear someone walk up and I just like, I'm like waiting. So I just like turn and look.
Yeah.
And then I guess she's, oh, hey. I'm like, hi. Or something. And turn back around. Because I'm like, again, I'm just trying to avoid like how awkward this could be.
Yeah.
Just because even when I run into people that I was close with, I feel like that's kind of really awkward. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. And so I just kind of turn around and I'm like looking forward. And she goes, I don't know if you like remember me, but like we went to high school together. And I was like, oh yeah, like I definitely do. And she was like, congratulations on your wedding. And I like mentioned something that I know like she's been up to. And she asked me what I was making. And she was like, do you crochet or knit? And I was like, I just started knitting like a few weeks ago. And she was like, oh my gosh, I started knitting this week. And she told me what she was making. And yeah, it was just ended up being very wholesome.
Wow.
Yeah, it ended up being very nice. Like, we're just chatting about knitting.
See, that's what I need though. I love when people just know how to be a normal human being and have a normal conversation. That is the most relieving feeling.
It was so nice. Like,
Yeah.
by the end, I was like, I guess I gotta go check out. Dang.
Yeah.
Bye. Good to see you. Like, it was
Yeah.
so nice. And even after, I was like, I mean, should we like go knit in a coffee shop?
Should we
But,
like go? Like, should we go hang out?
But like,
What are you
I
doing
mean-
right now?
like, I don't know. It was just nice though.
It really is that easy though.
Yeah.
To like, just like as if people would just be open and be normal. But I feel like a lot of people either they're not receptive, so like
Mhm.
they're like really like awkward and
yeah,
shy or whatever, or you're the one being scared and you're not, So it's hard, but
Yeah.
it really is that easy. There's a lot of people that I know that are like that, and like I'm always like, oh, I'm not gonna be the one to have a conversation. But then if they initiate it, I'm like, oh, I'm so glad that they did.
Yeah.
Like there is someone that I know from high school, and I kind of know like their family, and like I know their sister and their brother-in-law. I don't know. I know some of their family. And I was like in a class with this person like sophomore year. Anyway, that's all I had with this person, but like I don't know. We're all connected. My family knows them, they know us, whatever. This person comes into my work one day and they were like, they're like, Chloe? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. How's blah, blah, blah. And we just start catching up. And it's like a person that I that I always love talking to because this person
Yeah.
is very sweet and very kind. But we don't, like, I do not see them very often. We don't run in the same circles. So, like, and we had one class together.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, that was so nice.
That was just nice. Yeah.
And there was
Yeah.
a guy that I was one of my parents' like neighbors growing up whenever I was like 7 or 8. I was probably like 8 years old. I did not know I have not seen this man since I was 8.
Yeah.
And he came into my work and he was like, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. Like, again, asking all these things about my life and like, I'm blah, blah, blah's son. And I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is so crazy.
Honestly, it's probably just people like, being willing to like not admit, like that sounds like the wrong word, but like to acknowledge that they know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like we can just like we follow each other. Like we know what's going on in each other's lives. We can just ask about it and
Exactly.
not be weird.
I feel like sometimes people are weird about that. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Like, okay, whenever other people came into my work and I was like, I'm going to acknowledge and be like, I knew they were getting married. I work at a bakery. I knew that this was their wedding cake.
Yeah.
I knew it was their wedding cupcakes and whatever. I'm like, I'm going to be normal. I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, congratulations, you guys. And I know both of them. Like, used to be run in the same friend group. So I was like, okay, well, shouldn't be weird.
Yeah.
And I am not the person who normally feels comfortable doing that. But I was like, I'm going to be professional. We're all grown-ups.
And like,
yeah,
it's just the facts.
And like, they're getting married. So I was like, oh my gosh, congrats, guys. And they stared at me, blank face. Nothing.
So strange. Yeah.
I was like, this is so weird.
Yeah.
Like,
is weird.
I am close friends with one of your bridesmaids. Like, we know each other.
Yeah.
So, like, that is weird.
Yeah.
So, you never really know which way it's going to go.
Yeah.
But I do prefer when it goes a positive way.
Yeah.
I feel like it normally goes better whenever I'm on the receiving end. Whenever I'm the one initiating, I'm like, I should not have said anything.
Yeah. But if other people show that they'll be good, then we'll be good.
So everyone should go and make friends.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, maybe it's time to make friends. Well, we hope that you enjoyed our catch-up episode. We had a lot of things to just chat about, and honestly, it's just fun to kind of debrief about all of our random things.
I loved chit-chatting with you guys today.
It was so much fun.
It was so much fun. Oh, also, I'm sorry about my heinous cough. Ignore it because I'm gross and I am ill. Don't judge me.
Everybody is a little unwell.
Yeah,
there's something in the air.
There really is.
Yeah.
Everybody's got something going around. I don't know.
Well, we'll see you guys next week.
Love ya. Bye.
Tune in to the 14 Steps Away podcast every Monday for a new episode.
Don't forget to like, comment, follow, rate, review, and share.
Watch every week on Spotify or YouTube.
And listen on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.